Okay, we're gonna be reacting to another story. This is by Anomaly again. It's 1999, The Tunnels. And I kind of like these. These are pretty cool. This one's 5 minutes. Let's get into it. Support the original
With the
creator. Okay.
devastating earthquake of 1999, major cities in western Turkey were left devastated. Thousands of people died under the rubble, and large structures suffered considerable damage. In Istanbul, a gas leak caused a massive explosion at one of the metro stations. Fortunately, no injuries were reported, but the blast caused serious structural damage. The explosion brought down the walls of one of the train workshops, revealing a completely
Authentic
unknown area
photos.
that seemingly represented an alternative section to the main line that was never completed. To the surprise of everyone, the area was extremely vast, much larger than traditional metro stations, and the extending tunnels had an incomprehensible height.
That's weird.
Engineers, architects, and archaeologists who were involved in the construction of the metro in 1989 stated that they never envisioned any other excavations, and the explosion uncovered an entirely unexplored and unknown area for all experts.
That's pretty cool though. I mean, as weird as it is to be like, there's all this
Several
land
meters into
undiscovered.
this deep area, multiple entrances of what appeared to be a complex of corridors similar to existing subway stations were found. The corridors were filled with humidity, rusty metal, and the rails partially submerged in groundwater. When the news reached the public, many residents of Istanbul did not find this discovery so far-fetched. They claimed to have been hearing underground noises for years, similar to the ones produced by trains. These noises were never explained by the municipality or authorities.
I don't think because they could explain it.
After several hours of
'Cause
exploration,
they were-
rescue teams and the police discovered connections to enormous cisterns and sewers in these tunnels, which were also not documented in modern Istanbul's planning records.
So it seems like they walled off these tunnels and old train stations and then just built new ones alongside them. That's what it looks like.
From this point, the underground complex transformed into a true maze of corridors that seemed to lead to the same points repeatedly. Some explorers found themselves lost for several minutes, as they reported. They believed they encountered other team members, even though this was never the case. Days later, when they managed to map out some of the tunnels, they noticed that one of the tunnels, which still had rails, had not been fully explored. This
That's
path
creepy,
was
though.
so extensive that they speculated it might even pass beneath the Bosphorus Strait. Venturing at least 4 kilometers
I
inside,
don't like that.
they
That's
came
creepy.
across small carts filled with what appeared to be human flesh.
Oh, that's
These
gross.
remains were strangely fresh, as if they were only a few days old.
That's gross.
Judging by the smell, they couldn't have been decomposing for more than a day or two. It was all very
That's
surreal.
gross. That's his face. Remember, this is all fake, YouTube. This is all fake.
Continuing
This is all
through
fake.
the intricate tunnels,
Okay.
more segments appeared, completely covered in masses and reddish liquids resembling.
Okay, I love this concept, but Jesus Christ, I want to go back to the flesh carts, and I have to say again, YouTube, this is all fake. You can't copy strike me because they'll take my shit down because they gore.
Continuing
graphics.
through the intricate tunnels, more segments
look how-
appeared,
I find this so
completely
amazing.
covered in masses and reddish liquids resembling blood. There was no further information about what these substances were, but they appeared to be relatively organic.
But did they
Some
test any of the
pulsated and
DNA?
reacted with a slight tremor when touched by the explorers.
Oh, that's weird. So it's like a mass that grew. It's like an organic mass that just grew all over. But did they sample test any of it?
Finally, they came across what seemed to be a train repair station. The network of tunnels abruptly ended in this section, where several abandoned carriages lay derailed and partially engulfed by this viscous substance. At
that's
times,
weird.
it smelled like burnt plastic, although other explorers believed the stench was unmistakably that of rotting flesh.
Remember, once again, this is all fake. I wish I didn't have to say that
When they
every single time,
decided
but
to
I do.
leave the tunnels, the explorers noticed that fungus had started to grow rapidly on their boots in a
What?
strangely swift manner.
That's fucking dope, though. All the detail that is put into this is amazing. This strange frame was found in a video captured by one of the explorers inside one of the dozen tunnels. It's like a giant meat worm, or it's like I'm thinking of like the SCP meat trains. They're like I don't know the name of them. They're like humanoid. They're they act as real trains, but they're not. They're like fake organic trains that kill people. Anyways, I really like that concept. I do because it is realistic that they would just like that they would build another train system next to the other one, especially if the other one was failing, because it does make sense. They do that, so I do like that. But then the whole fact that it went from realistic and authentic to then all these there's meat trains and all of this flesh on the floor. I love it. It's cool, but yeah, I don't know if you've seen it, if you made it to the end. Thank you once again. Have a good day, good night, good afternoon, and I'll see you in the next one.